Hello YouTube, Komodo Gaming here, bringing you guys another episode of Scrap Mechanic, and I hope you guys enjoyed the intro there. It might have been a little spooky for some, but just kind of fits the whole Halloween spooky feel that we've got going this weekend. But anyways, that's a build that I've been wanting to do for a while now, and I've been getting a lot of requests for it, especially they wanted to see that in the town, and I tell you, this building is way too big to fit into the town. I wanted to recreate the Five Nights at Freddy's, the first game's map, and I didn't realize just kind of how big the map was and just how it was kind of spread out, and I think we did a pretty good job. Now, this is probably going to be one of two parts. In the second part, which will probably be in maybe a week or two, depending, I know the new engine comes out on Monday, so we're going to be doing a lot of coverage on that and exploring it, but after that, we should get back into this and finish it off. But everything for the most part's done, the layout's done, most of the rooms are furnished, and most of the characters are here. Now, I am missing a couple characters, and we'll go over that here in a second, and there's some other things that I do want to do with this map later on, so anyways, we are here in the office, so let's go ahead and turn around here. This is what you saw from the intro. You've got the little fan here, the monitors. Normally the character, whenever he's looking through the cameras, he's got some sort of tablet or something. But what we did, we tried to just take as many of the different pictures and maps that we could, and we just tried to recreate the whole building. So when you're looking at that tablet, when you're seeing that the little overlay of the map in the bottom right, those rooms I've actually tried to position correctly here in the building. Now, this building is kind of hard to do. There's a lot of different reference photos. I went from all the photos from the game, but there's also some 3D maps of this building in Gmod. There's a couple in Left 4 Dead 2, and they're a little confusing to me, and I think they've been changed a little bit to make them playable in those games. But anyways, we start out here in the office. I've already showed you what's on the desk here. It actually has the doors. You can see those close. You can see the spider web on those. They just go up out of the roof. Now, this building itself does not have a shell on it. Like, there's nothing outside. It's just all interior. I do want to do a shell for it, but I have not found an actual picture of the outside of this restaurant. I've seen a couple, like I said, from the Gmod models or the Left 4 Dead 2 models, but I have not found, and there might not even be a picture of the outside. I don't know, but I would like to shell this off. I'll cut a hole in the wall and go show you the outside here in a second. But anyways, this would be I think this is the East Hall here. You've got some paper. There is no rooms here, except for maybe, and I need somebody to confirm this, there's a vent that leads into the kitchen, where one of the characters comes through to get you on this right side, but you've got that, you've got all the cameras. I think I've got them in the right position. You've got the cameras that look down the halls, and then you have the cameras that are kind of looking at these little ways into the office. Same with this side here. I've even got the light that blinks. There is no light sources in the game. It would be nice to actually see that thing actually reflecting off everything, but it looks pretty good. So you've got that. Some more clutter in the hallway here. This would be I guess the West Hall. So you can go over here. This is and I actually ripped the door off. There should be a door on here. I ripped it off for the video. But this is the storage closet. I think Bonnie, I believe, or Foxy, one or the other, they will appear in the game. They'll appear in this closet occasionally. I'm going to be honest with you, I have not really played the game. I'm not even a huge fan of the game, but I do enjoy the characters and kind of the story, so that's what kind of drew me into doing this. But anyways, here's the main dining area. Now, it is a lot brighter than it was in the video. I had to darken everything up because, I mean, even with the night mod, and I'll go outside, I do have the night mod installed. It's still way too bright for the atmosphere to feel right. But anyways, we got all the tables here. You've got the little hats on top of them. It looks like a nice, just rip off of Chuck E. Cheese. It's a really nice looking restaurant. Of course, it looks terrible in the game. It's quite scary. Anyways, I'll go ahead and give you a couple views of that. There's the stage camera and there's the dining room camera. So the dining room camera sits about right there. I actually moved it over a bit for the video. So I think I might need to move this one over to probably to about there. So I've got that. I've got the camera that looks at the stage. You can see the little clouds. There's some very limited pictures of the stage. From what I can tell, it keeps the same border that the wall has, but it has a brick background with some 3D clouds. So that's my recreation of that. Of course, and this is a scrap mechanic thing. This is a very hard thing to recreate in scrap mechanic, especially the characters. You are dealing with limited parts, and you can see obviously I'm using mods just to try to give me a couple extra shapes, but even then, to keep it in this size and try to keep everything to scale, this was extremely hard to do, so I do apologize if they don't look exactly like the characters in the game, but we did do our best. And also, I need to go ahead and thank, and before I forget, I was going to thank him at the end of the video. I had a lot of help on this whole build from a non-Newtonian. He's helped me quite a bit on some of my town builds, so I want to thank him. Without him, this build would not have been possible because there was just way too much stuff to do. So anyways, you've got Bonnie, Freddy, and Chica. Now Chica holds a cupcake, Freddy holds his mic. Bonnie normally has like a flying V guitar, so I need to try to recreate that. I'll probably put a couple bearings on her to turn her hands and make it look like she's actually holding it. So you've got that. You can see the controllers in the back of the stage, just kind of posing them. Now I don't know if, I'm pretty sure most of you caught it in the video at the beginning, that they were looking off this way, and then of course when I went back to the camera again, they were all staring at the camera. I thought that was kind of neat. So you've got that. I think we did a pretty good job on the dining room. I don't know about the scale. All the pictures are so dark, so you can't really gauge just how big this thing is, but I think we're pretty close. So I've got that. Let's go over here. This is the Pirate's Cove. This is where Foxy lives, and now this was built by a non-Newtonian in here. And normally she has like a sign, and this should be closed. The sign says like out of order or something, and during the game or during the later parts, where you notice she's gone, the sign's flipped around and it says something else, but we just changed it to the dev sign here, so I'm gonna let you watch this real quick. She used to move, and oh, there's a piece of color missing there in the back. I did not notice that. You can see the sign switching around, the curtains open up here. She used to move around a bit, or he, I keep saying she, it's actually a he, it's just the name kind of throws me off. He used to move around a little bit more, but he, for some reason, every time I would load the map, he would be stuck in the back of this thing, and it was crazy looking because he'd be in half, and I felt like the game was going to explode, but I think we did a pretty good job on his model. You've got the hook hand, you've got the glove. He's got a little bit of missing fur, so you can see his inner skeleton, so you can kind of see that, and I think his legs are the same way, so we've got that on him. Now let's go up here. This is the backstage area, or like the maintenance area for all the animatronics. Now, this is a strange area because, and I'm going to flash, before I forget, I'm going to flash a couple of the pictures from the game to try to give you guys a clue of where I put some of these cameras. This one's an odd camera because it sets right about here. It sets up higher, of course, up there. But you can see in the view, you can see the door, and the checkered board pattern goes out that door. So it makes me think there's a little hallway in between it and the main area here, because the main area's got this blue and red tile. So I think we did a pretty good job in this area. It doesn't have as many shelves as it does in the game, but I try to put as many of the heads in there. Of course, the Bonnies, they're missing their ears, and missing their eyes. I don't have any holes, so I just colored the little light blocks black. So got those, got some Freddy heads. You've got an exoskeleton here, or whatever you want to call it. Now, there's another character, I believe, that hangs out in here, and his name's Mangle. And it's pretty much one of these skeletons with it's like a white head. I think it looks kind of similar to Foxy. I haven't created that one yet, so that's going to be one character I need to create. And there's also one more character I'm missing. It's called, I think, Golden Freddy. It's a character I think that appears occasionally. You know, to be honest with you, I don't know too much of the gameplay elements. Like I said, it's morely the lore that is kind of attracting to me. So, got this in here. I think this room actually came out really nice. So you've got that. Now we're gonna go across over here. Now these are strange areas because the only thing you see here in the these are the bathrooms. The only thing you ever see in the game is this hallway view. You do not see in the bathrooms. So I'm gonna have to do some guesswork on those. Right now they are both empty, as you can see. So I need to fill these with something. And did we miss another wall? This has been a construction project and a half. It's been ridiculous. Alright, got that wall. So anyways, you've got the view here. Actually, the signs, what did I do with those signs? I don't know why I tore them down. But there should be a couple signs on here. So you've got that, the change in the pattern from the floor to the walls in here. So that's going to be some guesswork here. Same with the kitchen. You do not see the kitchen in the game. The kitchen is in the video where it says no video. That's supposed to be the kitchen camera. The kitchen camera, the video is out on it, and the only thing you can hear is the audio. So if you listen close in the video, you do hear some shuffling going on there. So I believe I'm going to have to do some guesswork here in the kitchen, which I'm going to go ahead and just fill it out with whatever I think should be in there. And then I think, and like I said, I need this confirmed. I believe there's a grate in here that one of the characters goes through. So this is the kitchen. Kept the checkerboard pattern in here. You got the double doors. Now, there's something really strange about the restaurant. We tried to figure out where is the actual entrance to this restaurant. And our best guess is that it's to the right of the stage here. There's going to be like a little lobby area or something like that. You don't see it in the game at all. You don't see any of that. There's only guesses. Now, from the Gmod maps or the Left 4 Dead maps, somebody actually stuck the entrance back here on each end of the hallway, and that doesn't really make sense. Is it kind of strange? You walk in and immediately you see a security room. So if I was a security guard in the game, as soon as that stuff started going down, I'd nope right out of there and just go out the door. So it's not going to be back here, we don't think. So we need to do that. I'm going to go ahead and cut a hole in the back of the wall and kind of show you guys the outside of this thing. About right there. Like I said, we do have the night mod installed. It did make it a bit darker, and it definitely made the eyes on the characters a lot brighter, which was kind of creepy. So we've got that. Like I said, it would probably, entrance-wise, would be right here. It would have a little lobby area. And I'm guessing this would be the front of the building, which I have to, either I'm going to go off of the Gmod, which the texture doesn't look bad. It looks like it somewhat fits. It looks a little too modern, because I picture this restaurant, from what I've gathered, and this is morely a guess, based on the check that the guy receives at the end of the game, the minimum wage for the time was like in the 90s, so I'm thinking the game, or at least the first one, takes place in the early 90s. So this is the outside. I'll go ahead and show you the spider web to show you just what's going on in there. We've got one more little secret area, and it's between the hallways. There's the doors that poke up out the top. Now, the ultimate goal with this is to make it interactive. Not necessarily like interactive as in how the game works, but morely in the sense of if we're walking around, say you're just going around the map, because right now nothing happens. But say we will have some hidden sensors, maybe we'll have some, maybe characters drop from the ceiling, maybe come up behind you. I just try to make it overall a little bit more creepier. Let's go over here. No, actually, I think it's on the other side. We've got a little room we made right here. There it is. It's a little hidden compartment. This is going to be like a control room for the actual interactive parts. I do have some of the controllers out in the building, but most of them will be back here. This is for all the little paper pieces that are all over the ground. They're all at different angles. That's non-Newtonians. He built that. Yeah, that's what's making that light flicker right there, which that's really cool looking. But yeah, overall, this was a extremely fun build. I'm extremely satisfied with the way it came out. But yeah, we've got other plans for this, so if you guys have any suggestions, I'm pretty sure this isn't 100% accurate. So if you have any critiques, anything that you think we should change here with any part of the building, just let us know. We'll work on it again, but like I said, with the new engine coming out, it's probably going to be another week before we do this, and this pattern is so distracting. I cannot tell you how many times we've run through this this building and just looked at the floor or looked at the walls, and you see like the pattern shifting on you, and it is kind of hard to look at times, so we're going to hop out here. But anyways, guys, that's going to about do it for this episode. Hopefully you enjoyed it. We are going to put this map up for download, so you're going to need to download the Graygo and the MJM, the newest mod that he has, in order to run it. The night mod is not required. It will run without it, so if you have any, like I said, comments, any critiques, just let us know down below. Hopefully you enjoyed the episode. If you'd like to like and subscribe, everything helps my channel. And we will be returning with some more Scrap Mechanic with a special episode of Multiplayer Monday, and then we will hopefully be doing the town stress test with the new engine. So anyways, guys, hope you guys have a good rest of the weekend, and we will see you guys next time. Thank you!